just start off with a quick introductory video and we'll get into the session right away.
दोस्तों, वेलकम टू अपना कम्युनिटी। ये वो जगह है जहां आप अपने असली पोटेंशियल को एक्सप्लोर कर सकते हैं। देखो, सबके पास स्किल्स होते हैं, पर क्या आपके अंदर वो स्पार्क है जो आपको कामयाबी की ऊंचाइयों तक ले जा सकता है? अगर आप सोच रहे हैं जॉब चेंज करने के लिए, लेकिन रेज्यूमे सेलेक्ट नहीं हो रहा या फिर इंग्लिश में इंटरव्यू देना थोड़ा चैलेंजिंग लग रहा है, तो फिक्र मत कीजिए। यहां हम हैं आपके साथ, आपको सपोर्ट करने के लिए। अपना कम्युनिटी में आपको मिलेगी बेहतरीन कम्युनिटीज जहां आप अपने प्रोफेशनल स्किल्स को सुधार सकते हैं। चाहे आप एक्सेल, टैली, जीएसटी में माहिर बनना चाहें या फिर आप खुद एक ब्यूटिशियन या डिजाइनर हैं, तो यहां आप अपने काम को शोकेस करके दूसरों को टिप्स एंड ट्रिक्स देते हुए आगे बढ़ सकते हैं। अपना कम्युनिटी में आपको मिलेगा मेंटर्स का एक खजाना और बड़े इन्फ्लुएंसर्स का साथ जो आपको हर कदम पर 1-to-1 गाइड करेंगे। यहां आप ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं अपने फील्ड या इंडस्ट्री स्पेसिफिक ग्रुप्स, जहां आपको ऐसे कई लोग मिलेंगे जिनसे सीख के आप वो गलती ना करें जो वो कर चुके हैं। ऐसे लोगों की जिन्होंने स्टार्ट किया था एज एग्जीक्यूटिव्स एंड आर नाउ सक्सेसफुल मैनेजर्स इन देयर डोमेन्स, जो आपको आगे बढ़ाने में मदद करेगा। यहां आपको मिलेगा वो सही डायरेक्शन जो आपकी करियर को नेक्स्ट लेवल ले जाएगा। तो लेट्स अनलॉक योर पोटेंशियल टुगेदर। अपना कम्युनिटी में ज्वाइन करें और अपने सपनों की ऊंचाइयों तक पहुंचने का सफर शुरू करें।
Great. Thank you all for joining. My name is Rohan, one of the co-founders of QFUS. QFUS is a mentorship aggregator platform supporting Apna with all the mentorship requirements. Today we have Apna Exclusives session, basically a part of community engagements of Apna. We've been doing this for a while. The sessions happen at 7 p.m. on weekdays and 3 p.m. on weekends, mainly to help people ideate and advance in their professional careers. We are also covering a wide range of topics, be it as simple as functional skills or spoken English or technical skills like product development or data science. We are covering a wide range of topics, and you can register yourself on the Apna Exclusives link online to get access to all the sessions. And today we have Anubhav Sharma. Hi, Anubhav, who's a senior security engineer at Cash Free Payments and who's going to take us through how to build your career in cybersecurity. Over to you, Anubhav. Just a heads up to all the participants. While during the session, if you have any doubts, you can take up through a chat box, or if you want to unmute yourself and ask the question, also that's fine. So over to you, Anubhav. You're on mute.
Sorry. Yeah. Hi. Thanks, Rohan. Yeah. Hi, everyone. I just quick check that my voice is clear. I'm audible.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. So yeah, we will discuss today about how someone can build the career in cybersecurity. So just give me 1 second. I'll share my screen. Let me know once the screen is visible.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Great. So yeah, just a quick introduction about that. Why we are discussing this topic. This will be a very basic topic, and this will be a very. I think someone is raising hand.
No, I think you can go ahead, Anubhav. Most of the times it's like raised hands. If anyone has a question, please put it on a chat box and we can take it. Thank you.
Sure. So we'll discuss about if someone is looking for or maybe interested in cybersecurity field, then what can be the path, how they can proceed further, all those things. We will not discuss the specific technical topics here. It will be more into general. If someone is interested and build a career in cybersecurity, what are the benefits, how they can do it, all the things we'll discuss. So this is the agenda. You can look. So I divided this whole session into 3 categories. First section, we will talk about that what is actually cybersecurity, and then we'll talk about why someone choose this career. The section 2 will discuss about more about the what key skills is required under this cybersecurity field, what are the specializations required, little bit about the team structure in cybersecurity, and then last section we will cover about the career roadmap, educational pathways, how someone can gain the practical experience, networking, mentorship, and building your online presence, how you can do that. So that's why I divided this whole session into 3 categories. So each session, after each session, section 1, I will take a pause and then we can look for the questions if someone has any. And the last one, anyway, we have a Q&A session also. So let's start with So a little bit about me. I want to discuss first before starting the section one. So I started my career around 9 years back in cybersecurity. I am from last 9 years. I work in application security and product security. I have enhanced or helped multiple companies in enhancing their security. Some of the companies have Digital, Synopsys, Rakuten. I work for Swiggy. I work for Amazon. Now, currently, I'm working for cash free payments. Uh, in this whole 9 year, like I worked on different domains, including API application security, source code reviews, secure design reviews, automation, CI/CD, DevSecOps. These are pretty much all the field basically I've worked on. And then in this my whole career, I have basically reported around 1000 plus security issues, including my experience what I'm seeing here, internal application, external applications, APIs. Then I am recently started bug bounty hunting. I'm a part-time speaker, mentor, and I've done some podcast already. This is my LinkedIn profile, and recently I discovered a CV which was in some of the software. One of the software I found a CV, and this what CV means is basically it's a vulnerability exposure which is commonly available and known to everyone. So I am the discoverer of this. I reported this issue to the uh, respective organization, and that's why I got the CV ID. Yeah, sure, I can paste this to chat. Just give me 1 second. Maybe after the session, I'll present. I'll definitely paste it. Let's move on. So before starting anything, like why I want to build the career in cybersecurity. So for that, we need to understand what is actually cybersecurity. When someone says cybersecurity, then what first thing trigger in what is this buzz all about cybersecurity, and everyone talks about. Uh, if we go by the definition, so it says like cybersecurity is a practice of protecting system, networks, and program from digital attacks. So if I summarize or simplify this, then anything which is coming under the digital world, and when you are talking about securing that particular thing which is coming under the digital world, is a cybersecurity. Okay, you take example of anything. Let's say you are doing some payment. Okay, that's also a digital thing. So how you can secure that payment flow? You are accessing some website, so how you can secure that website? In real, like say there is a I am a let's say I am an entrepreneur. I want to start my journey. I build some website, and that website, what if the website itself is vulnerable and someone attacked that website? So all this which is connected to the digital world, how we can secure that, that comes under the cybersecurity. That is actually a cybersecurity. Then why it's important? It's because when we deal with this kind of information in digital world, we deal with the sensitive information, we deal with privacy, we deal with all security things. Okay, what if my data can be exposed to some other places? What if I'm using my application in mobile, and that application is sending my whole data, my personal data, to some other applications? All those things need to be understood. That's why cybersecurity is important. If we are not giving that importance to the security under that digital area, then somewhere we are already vulnerable to that. And that's why there is a reason that many attacks are happening in the world, that many attacks are happening in India itself. So that's the reason, and that is cybersecurity. And we talk about the digital security, anything connected digitally, and when we are securing that, it's called as cybersecurity. Then why cybersecurity? I pretty much covered. Then again, so there are there are so many reasons again, but what we can say, some of the reasons. One can be a rising threats, evolving technology, data breach impact. So when I say rising threats, means like you can take any example. Let's say recently some attack happened, some API disclosure happened, and that API was disclosing multiple information about that particular user. Instead of disclosing, let's say, I'll give you a simple example. But let's say I am accessing some website and I click on my profile page. Ideally, that profile page should show normal information to me. But when I went to the backend API, I can see that profile page API is calling and showing a different additional information about me. For example, it can showing my number, my data, my personal data. So that's the problem. So there are rising threats about cybersecurity. It is increasing frequency and sophistication, posing significant risk to individual, organization, and governments. So more depends on the what kind of target we are looking for. The target can be an individual, target can be an organization, and target can be governments also. So which that's the so I don't need to emphasize on that thing why it's cybersecurity, because everyone knows, everyone understand that what is the risk here. And then evolving technology also. So when I started my career, that time mostly web application were on boom, and people were actually attacking web applications. Then there is API security came in. Then there is mobile security came in, and there is a infrastructure security, cloud security. All are now recent. If you talk about the AI security, okay, artificial intelligence, people are using chat gpt or other AI services, but nobody thinks about when pasting the sensitive data there. Nobody's think about some we always say, okay, I need answer, I will paste my sensitive information and ask chat gpt to give me this data. But we are not understanding the data is going somewhere. And if you are pasting your company data, if you are pasting your important data or sensitive data, PI data there, then data is also going there. But we worry about the information what we want. We are not worrying about the information what we are putting into that particular system. So the technology is evolving, and then we need to understand that how we can secure the technology. And the third reason can be a data breach impact. There is a survey happened, and in that survey, it's figured out that estimated average for a single data breach can be a 3.86 million dollars, which is clear that why it's needed, why cybersecurity is needed. Because if single data breach for an organization or a company, it's very critical, and plus the brand impact. What happened with other brands? You can take any example. And what else you can think about it? There is no company which is like 100% secure. So attack happened on big companies also, attack happened on small companies also. You can take any example: Amazon, Uber, Flipkart, Facebook, uh, you name it. So all companies are vulnerable, but just that we have to think about it, how we can secure those systems, how we can do that particular system we can make a harden, so someone, it will be not easy for someone to attack that. Uh, why choose a career in cybersecurity? Again, if you can see, I have attached the screenshot from Simply Learn here, which clearly says that it's a growing industry, and there are very less skilled professionals. Because we'll talk about later that why I'm saying this, because the cybersecurity is not one field that, okay, I am good in application security, so I can do that. But the field is very vast. So someone needs to understand each and every area of the security. For example, infra security, application security, then you have to understand system securities. So there are different fields, different area someone can work on, someone can secure the systems. Even now the developers are also learning security, because they need to code, right? So how they can follow the secure coding practices. So that's how this research says that 11% year on year growth is happening in cybersecurity fields. That's why someone should choose this career. The opportunities are different, because roles in various industries, different specialization. Someone good in network can go to the network security. Someone good in application security, they can go. If someone is good in incident response and all SRE team, they can go in the SOC team. All those things. Additionally, if you talk about any rewards and all, money and all, so starting average salary of a cybersecurity engineer is somewhere around 4 to 6 lakh per annum. Starting, I'm talking about very basic. Include sometimes interns also get this kind of salary, but it's not about only salary here. What you can do if you're good in one area, like how I started bug bounty, I started reporting CVs, and also that is an additional money for you also. So you learn that presence online, you will gain that online presence, you will gain that earnings from the apart from your job. So that's the reason someone can choose the cybersecurity career. Okay, I'll take a pause here. If anyone have any question regarding the previous section, they can ask. Uh, okay, I'll move to chat.
What are the minimum qualification for starting cybersecurity?
Yeah, we will talk about the next section, this is skills and specialization. But minimum qualification, if you ask me frankly, I'll say there is no qualification required, and there is a only thing required, which is your interest. So I have seen a 10th class student doing a cybersecurity job, or at least doing a bug bounty, or a 12th class student also doing the same thing. It's just that their interests are in computers, their interests are in security. So what they do, they just randomly start exploring any web application, not attacking mindset, only the protected mindset. What they do, that they just explore the application. When they found an issue, they report to the specific person. That's how they do ethically. So it's yeah, there is no degree term in it, but it will be help once you do a degree or a certification. It definitely helps you to gain that soft skill, gain that professional knowledge on that.
Hello, Anubhav sir.
Hi.
I'm Arushi and I'm currently in third year of my BTech and I'm pursuing BTech in CSC. But currently I did a course on from Coursera of cybersecurity. It was from our college only, and
Okay.
from that I gained interest in cybersecurity. So I want to know that what are the skill sets that I should start working on to work as a fresher in cybersecurity, but like what are the skills that the companies look for? And also I have a question that how can I manage the cybersecurity preparation along with my placement preparations?
Sorry, what was last thing? How you can manage?
Cybersecurity skill set preparation along with my placement preparation from college.
Sure. So there are plenty of ways to do that. But your first question, where what are the skills required, which I answered already. That skills are only thing is required. First, you need to identify your interest area. We'll talk about the different categories under cybersecurity in next section. But I'm just giving you, let's say, you are good into applications, so you should maybe choose the application security path. Or if you're good into API security, so you should choose that path. If you're good into networking, you're good into let's say system security, so maybe the infra security part will be the better. And if you're again go into the cloud part, then that covers at all, like all the things already. So that's that based on your interest. First someone needs to, so I can give my example how I started when I started my career here. So initially I have a question in my mind that how these things are work. Simple question like okay, when I'm going to a website, I'm making a payment, what is the backend procedure is working there? That was my first question. Then my second question was, what if instead of paying 100 rupees, how I can pay 1 rupees, how I can buy this item instead. Again, not attacking mindset, just wanted to know that what is the logic. So hacking or cybersecurity or ethical hacking is nothing, just when you start breaking the logic of the system, that's the actually breaking the whole security of that system. So when the logic says, when the user story says that this user should log into this website by login form, that's the user story. But what if as an attacker I can say, no, I will not using the login form, I will try to bypass this login form and then log in. That's, I'm breaking the logic. So that was my interest area, so that's why I went to the product security, application security. So you need to ask your question, or maybe you to research on that, you need to try the exploring some website or explore some system network. Then once you get that answer, then you can go into the next section. Okay, now I know my interest area. For example, let's say now I know network is my interest area, then what you need to understand the whole infrastructure network and all. That's how you can do it. The other question, how I can do this with my placement and all, I think this will be more hands-on side, where you need to go and try. There are vulnerable applications, there are vulnerable machines. Placement will be a parallel thing you can do on a theoretical basis, but this will be more into needs. Let's say you need to basically get your hands dirty there. Until unless only theoretical knowledge will not give you that kind of exposure in this field. So anyone want to make a career in cybersecurity, they need to start looking in exploring the applications, exploring the infra, exploring the cloud, and then only try to break those logics.
Sir, can you please elaborate that you said you need to explore the applications from like how we can explore in what way?
Yeah, so when I say explore means what, first don't think about like immediately people what they do. Okay, I know hacking, now I will go to this website and starting attacking on it. Don't do that. What you need to understand first, you need to understand the whole structure. When I say exploring means, I will visit a website. I'm just giving one example on the website side. Okay, I will visit a website. I will completely explore that website means I will click on the pages, I will see the flow, I will create my account, I will sign up to that website. but in my mind, back of my mind, what I was thinking, okay, this is working like that, this page will redirect this particular section, or this is how the login functionality is working. For example, this is the profile page on what profile page is exposing. So all these things you need to write down. Maybe you do a on paper threat modeling. Basically, once you write down all what we call in professional field, we call it a user story, how the normal user will experience this website. Now once you're done with your normal user behavior or the user story, now you break down that logic. For example, now I'll start, second time I will visit exploring the website. Now my whole idea is to find that logic where I can break that. For example, when I say again that I want to look for the profile page, I will visit the profile page. But what if I can see someone else profile page? How I can break the logic? What is the system behind which is seeing that, okay, when once the slash profile page is hit, I need to show Arushi profile only. What if I just change a one ID or two ID, and instead of Arushi I can see Anubhav page? That's how you create a logic in your mind. So that's all is a logic building. It's again, it will not come in one day, 2 day. For that you need to understand the first. If you and for that also I will talk about what skills and specializations is needed on that area.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So we'll go to the next section here, which will talk about most of the. You have a question about what skills are needed, or how we can specialize in that field. So, so there are some key skills for cybersecurity, and there will be some soft skills which will be needed, which I already explained it. So we'll talk about technical skills. As I mentioned here, as essential but not limited. So when I mark down this, it's not like okay, someone will say. Anubhav told that okay, 4 or 5 fields are necessary. I completed it. Now I should be a pro hacker. It's not like that. You need to understand there can be the learning can never be stopped in these fields. So, but you can again start learning those higher level things by completing this small thing. For example, first is you need to basically clear your all the concepts about networking and cloud. That is minimum requirement you have to do. When I say networking cloud, like all things what how, OSI model, TCP/IP model, SSL, how the system when I am sent. So basic question you ask. How many of you maybe ask this question? Okay, when I am typing www.google.com in my website or in my computer in the URL bar, what is actually happening in the backend? How the page is served to me? How the I'm seeing the google.com page? All this question you need to start asking. So once you start asking those questions, then only you can find the answers. The second thing can be programming and scripting. You pick one programming language is sufficient for this. I'm not saying it's limited again, but if you're good in automating the scripting languages like Bash script, Python script, so it will help you to automate your in future when you say automate some, you want to write some scripts for attacking or for scanning, so you can easily write those scripts. You need to understand the systems OS, if because different systems when you want to attack on different system or you want to understand different system, you have to gain that understanding how Windows works, how Linux works. All those things you need to understand. Then there is a OWASP, which says Open Web Application Security Project, where OWASP always, it's basically a Wikipedia for the ethical hackers, you can say. Okay, so you just type owasp.org in your Google bar, and you will find that all the information is present, whatever you want to learn in security field, including the AI security, web application security, API security, source code review. You will find all these things in owasp.org. So this will be can be a basic, because we started our career in this reading about OWASP, reading about OWASP top 10. So OWASP basically releases every 2-3 years. They release a top 10 list. So let's say top 10 API security attack in the world. So they have a list based on their they have a specific team and all. So they publish those kind of papers. Then there is a OWASP top 10 application security. So the top 10 attacks happen in last 3 years in the application security field. All those things they. Similarly, there is Sense 25. Sense 25 again similar. They produce a list of 25 vulnerabilities which is more vulnerable in the world. Then common vulnerability exposures, which, for example, which I showed you, I reported one. So similarly, you can basically CV is nothing. It's a issue which is known to everyone, but before knowing to everyone, someone has reported it. So it's a 0-day kind of thing. So let's say I found a issue which no one has found in the whole world. So that is a 0-day for me, and then I will report it, and I will someone will assign a CV ID on that. Now that particular software vendor will publish that CV that this particular attack is known to us, and please upgrade your software, all those things. Languages, again, as mentioned, Python, Java, and so it will again evolve thing because the technologies are changing, languages are also changing. But just for scripting, language knowledge should be there, just to automate and make your work faster. If you want to learn on the source code review side, when we say I want to become a source code reviewer, or I'm good in source code review, then you have to maybe learn multiple languages or the logic only. So you can learn Java. So once you understand the Java, then you can break that logic. So if you say in Java or in Python, Django, when we see that, okay, this logic is showing this session will be maintained by the session ID, how I can break that logic in the coding itself. So that's how you can learn about source code review. And the last one will be knowledge of security tools. So you can little bit about learn about knowledge of how many security tools are there, what kind of security tools, what is the good tool for information gathering, what is the good tool for attacking, for example, SQL injection, what is the good tool for enumerating. All those things you need to understand, and then you can start basic on that. But along that, after that, let's say you technical skills are top notch, but your purpose will not solve until you will not achieve this kind of soft skills. Why I'm emphasizing on that? Because if your mindset is not the problem solving or analytic thinking, these tools and technologies will only help you to just copy paste. Someone will say, okay, we will always it's like kind of cheating only. So someone will give me the command, I will run that command, I will exploit it. That's easy way. But what you are learning in that whole process is zero. So for that, once you want to learn this technical skills, you want to understand the soft skills first. So your nature should be problem solving. Your nature should be analytical thinking. You should be good in communication, teamwork, attention to detail. When I say attention to detail, that was the reason, because if you're not thinking about that, how these things which I'm seeing, which I'm using day-to-day activity, how these are working in digital area. I gave one example of accessing a website. You are using Instagram, you are using social media sites. Nobody, if you are really a attacker, or if you are really a ethical hacking mindset, then someone should ask that question to that, how this particular thing, when I'm creating account or when I'm seeing this reels and all, what is actually happening, how I'm, when you think about some reel, or think about not reel itself, when you think about something, how these ads are coming in your mobile. Nobody maybe think about that, right? We'll surprise when someone, I was thinking, okay, I was talking to my friend and I want to go for this, I want to buy this badminton and all, and suddenly there were badminton ads are visible to my mobile application. I did not search for it. How this is happening? Because your data, your whole communications and all going somewhere. So that's how you need to give that attention to the soft skills. Then once you learn that, once you have that, maybe then you can specialize your category. So because definitely someone can learn all the things, but everyone should have one specialization. Okay, someone can very good in application security, but he also or she also knows about network, incident response, analysis, forensics, and all. But there is a one area which will basically give you the boost to start that. It will not boring for you. So, for example, in my case, I started in application security, but while doing that, I got that, no, I need to understand the networks also. I need to understand the code review also, all those things. So it will be chaining only. But till now, I can say I am good in application security and API security, because more work I have done in that area. Similar, so that's why I have categorized in four specialization. One can be a network, cloud, perimeter security, where you are basically working on protecting your end-to-end infrastructure, whole system, everything. Let's say you're working for a organization, so you will work for securing how the particular traffic coming to your organization, how you're maintaining that traffic, how you are protecting that traffic from multi vulnerable entries. So all these things comes under the perimeter security. How harden your system so someone could not be able to break into it. That's the whole idea of that. Then there is the application security part, where you basically talk about product applications, how you can make secure applications, how you can secure your applications, how you can conduct code reviews, vulnerability assessment, automations, how you can shift left the whole cycle where the developer itself is coding securely. All those things you have to learn that. Then there is the one more team which we called incident response team. So that team closely work with application security and network cloud security also. So let's say someone is attacking on us as an organization. So this team will be respond immediately on that. So they will understand what is actually happening. They will block that person, DOS attack, all those things. Then there is a security analysis and forensics teams, which will focus on the basically something happened on system sides or something happened on the bad happened on the company. So how we can do the whole forensics, how we can understand that, how we can analyze the security incidents. All so they are pretty much like I give few examples, but there are more categories. But this will be a major category in any cybersecurity field. If you don't understand the previous slide where I talk about multiple categories, we can also put into this umbrella that there is a type of security teams in every organization, uh, which we called a red team, blue team, and purple team. This is the again major category. What when I say red team, what is a red team? When I say I am a red teamer, so what that means is, so red team means they will always work on the offensive security types. Okay, they will always talk about the offensive security, means they will always try to hack the system first to show that exploitability of the user. Then they will that's why I mentioned it, simulate real world attacks to find vulnerabilities. They will actually try to hack it and then show it. So what is their aim is always test and improve security defense. So when let's say some developer is reaching out to me, I will exploit that application and then I will show as a red teamer that this is your application is vulnerable to this attack, please fix it. The other part, the blue team, they are a more defensive side. So they usually don't attack into the system, but they know because on previous experience, because of their previous they were red teamer or not. But what they will do, they will try to defend the system. They will say that as a review part, let's say you are doing a security review. So as a blue team member, what I will suggest, we should implement this web application firewall. We should implement this particular what you say, we should implement this whole network security, we should implement this firewalls, we should implement this login flow properly. So all the defensive patterns suggested by blue team only. Then there is a purple team always talk about the both the sides. This is a combination of red team and blue team, the person who knows the how to attack it and the person who knows how to defend it. So that comes under the purple team. There is aim is again in its overall security posture by sharing insights. Yeah, again I will take a pause after this slide. So you can ask any questions if you have about the skills and the roadmap, or sorry, the skills and categorization of the.
Sir, penetration testing goes to under which?
Sorry.
Penetration testing goes to under which category, sir?
Penetration testing is again a red team part, but it cannot be divided. Mostly it will be a red teaming part because you are doing exploitation of that. But it can be a blue team part also, where once you do the penetration, you can think about how to defend that. But majorly it will be a purple and red team part. Any other question? Yeah, Saurav, please ask. Okay, which OS and so answering Arushi question, which OS and language would you suggest for a beginner from your experience? As I mentioned that everyone experience can be different, but for OS, I will prefer to start with Linux based system because that's how you gain more visibility. Once you understand how Linux load, how this particular system load, when you start your power button, that how it works, what is grub and all those things. So it will give you a more feeling wise also, and the speed wise also. You'll find it more beneficial, but it again depends on the interest.
Thank you, sir, for answering my question, and I hope you don't mind having me a lots of questions. So I have one more question, that this field is the one which many people are not aware about. So there are also many less resources we are aware about. So if you have any free resources we can access or try to more dig in this part, if you have, can you please share them?
Sure, sure. And I think I'm first time I'm listening. There is no resources. Like the field is very vast, and already people are knowing about. That's I gave an example. The college students or the school students are doing bug bounty. The resources were definitely, there's plenty of resources available on the internet. You just, so again, I can provide you the what I know, but first question again I will tell someone need to ask what I want to learn. If I just bombard you with the resources, it happened with me also. We will not look into it because I have so many video lecture, I have so many things, but people don't look into it because this is too much of information, and too much sometimes become very problematic. So that's why it always try to solve a small problem. Let's say first solve that what I want to learn. Okay, I am good in application security. What is the application security? First question you should ask, what is application security? That's how you chain the questions, and once you change the question you will get answers. But definitely in the session end I will show you that OWASP and the API security one. I have done BCA, so can I go for data science? Yeah, definitely you can go sort of for data science in BCA also. JavaScript prefer language, JavaScript. Yeah, Sachin. So again, there is no preference of a language, which I mentioned that if you understand the law. So one more thing, any language can be learned. It's not that difficult. But the only thing what you need to understand the logic of that language or any logic. So when you maybe you because you are from BCA or computer science students, you know everyone knows about algorithms. So when I was in college, we used to not take that much importance to algorithms, but later we understand that algorithm is everything. So for any program, anything, even any test cases you want to write, you need to understand algorithm of that. Once you understand the algorithms, then every language is easy for you because the syntax will be available on internet. Everything will be available on internet. Just that you need to ask the right question. When you use, I'm not sure how many are using Chat GPT, but if Chat GPT, what we call it is a prompt engineering, that also, if no one knows what I need to ask, is it will start giving random answers. So you need to precise that question first. So if you don't know the logic of that, I want to build for example, I want to build an application. If you throw that question to a Chat GPT or any Google, you will get a lot of resources, and then you will roam around those resources only. But if I ask, okay, I want to build an application, I want to build a web application, what is the minimum requirement of that? That should be a precise question. So someone will say, okay, you need to learn HTML, you need to learn CSS, you need to learn one language. For example, if you want to build in Python, the Django. Now I got my answer: Django, HTML, CSS, whatever. Then I will start, okay, what is Django? That's how we change the question, and that's how we learn. That's how personally I learned. Uh, if I share one experience of mine, like when I started this, I didn't know what is Python is, and I take that project from my CDAC journey, and someone told you have to build a project in Python, and I was completely shocked. But my question was, okay, I want to know what is Python and how to write a script in Python to automate this. So I started with, okay, my task was to reading a file from Python and creating a graph of that. That was a big question for me because I'm just talking now. It's looked like very easy, but that time I was like, oh, how will I do it? So what I did, I just started, okay, first I need to understand how to read a file using Python. That was my smallest question. I did it. My next task was, okay, I read the file. Now to how to export this file, readable file, to the GUI, graphical version. So that's how I solve the problem. So you can, and I always follow that process in every situation. You break that problem, create small questions. That's how you learn. Is there any group or community join for dogs? Yeah, sure. I'll share that in the end. Okay, let's move on. I think all questions are done. Okay, now we'll talk about the roadmap of cybersecurity. What can be your roadmap once you start, or once you think about that I want to start my career in cybersecurity? So, cybersecurity journey can be again I divided into three levels: entry level roles, mid level roles, and the senior level roles. Entry level roles can be a security analysis, IT security specialist, junior pen tester, SOC L1, all those things, which is like basically as an intern or basically first level you're joining a company as a security analyst. So your work will be very limited. Like you do someone will give you a API application, you test it, or maybe as a SOC you have to only just monitoring that whole dashboard, sim tool dashboard. Then once you grow in that field, you will achieve a mid-level roles, which will be a security engineer role, threat intelligence analyst, incident responder, SOC L2, L3. So you will be more mature, and that you will start giving, you will mentorship, you will start giving suggestions to the review part. Then there is a senior level roles, security architect, CISO. CISO is the most what you say. It's the most top level position in the any company in any company like CEO. There will be a CISO for information security, and then CMO for marketing, all those things. Then senior penetration tester, lead security engineers. All these fields are very senior level, where you sometimes you will not doing the regular pen testing or regular vulnerability assessment on the application, but your minds are that much mature that by looking into application, you can suggest what should be done in the planning phase itself. Someone people will call in your review meetings that we are building this feature, please suggest what can be a security concern in that. That's how you, as a security architect and the senior penetration tester, lead security, you suggest that changes in the application. So this can be a three-level role. So I think in your area, you always start with the security analyst, or maybe if you want to go in a system security, then IT security specialist. JPT also, a junior penetration tester also can be a one. The pathways, again, it's again not limited. As I mentioned, that there is no straightforward way to do it. But if someone want to follow it, do a bachelor degree in cybersecurity or a computer science field. Uh, any BCA, BTech, anything will be okay. Any diploma also can be okay in cybersecurity. There are entry level certifications for this. For example, CES, Certified Ethical Hacker, it's the most known thing. OSCP is the one. CompTIA Security Plus is also one. So it's not again limited. There are so many certifications if you want to really do, but the core concept will be your interest area. Then there are alternative learning paths like online courses. You can do some Udemy, LinkedIn, Coursera, hands-on lab, which is most important thing in this journey. Someone I again say, if you really want to come into these fields, someone should not say, oh no, I know, I read about it, I know what is accesses, what is SQL injection, I already know, until you've done it. So when you say I know SQL injection, you have to show the proof. No, I have really done SQL injection on this website. Or and randomly, again, this is a disclaimer. When we talked about going in website, and don't go randomly on the any website and start attacking on that. There's a very critical cyber laws in India. If you are doing it, you can be behind the bars. So the good way of doing it will be, that's why we call it ethical hacking. Good way of doing it: create account on HackerOne, create account on Bugcrowd. These are the bug bound platform which is known. Create account on Bugbase, which is from India. Then you create an account, you will get an ID, and then you can. There are companies who list their application. That's like, I am running a company. I will say, okay, I want to do external bug bounty, so someone should report issues to me. So then you report issue to that company because they are now listed. They are ethically doing it. Once you report that issue to them, they will reward you on that. So that's how you should do it, not randomly scanning and all. Again, the second disclaimer: don't go if you know any scanner is good, or start scanning the whole website. That is very bad, and there are already protection against those kind of things, rate limiting and all, which will block you. Then your IP will be blocked, and you will not be able to do that. So how you can do it? If you first go to Bugcrowd, go to HackerOne, create account, then you start exploring the application. First task should always be explore the application, understand the application, then do a manual testing. Once you identify a parameter, okay, I want to scan this, then maybe based on their disclaimer and all, you can run the scanners. But again, manual testing is best way to do it without uh, creating so much disruption on the applications. So that's why I emphasize that hands-on labs are very necessary. So there are already free labs. AppSec Engineer this is a paid one. Practical DevSecOps, STB, Hack the Box, Try Hack Me. There are boot camps, workshops you should attend. Look for any boot camps is happening near you. Any workshops are happening near you. OWASP is the best resource for learning. Then you should start learning blogs. What I learned from my career, all I read so much blogs. And how I did so someone I think last week someone is asking me how you all basically read about it. And previously people used to use Twitter and all and follow this specific hackers and all. But there is a very good setting in Google, in mobile also. You just show your interest in Google settings. You say, okay, my interest is hacking and all. So it automatically starts suggesting you those blogs and all. So now I am every morning when I look into my mobile, I'll have some HackerOne news or something news already in my like news feed. So that's how you start learning those. So last time what I learned, there was a person who was basically went for the haircut, and because he was already a security engineer, so he think about it, and that haircut is not haircut. That was a very big kind of a spa kind of thing, and they have whole applications and all. And that's how he just went to the applications and just hacked it, and then he reported to that particular haircut company. So that's the whole thing, that the interest should be there. When I say hacked, again, it's not like he did some misharm, because he find some issues, security issue, that he was able to see other customer data, then he reported it. So this is how you can generate your interest in this field. So read about blog. So blog will give you idea, okay, this can be happen also, then why I should also try it. That's how blog can articles can give you the idea. Practical experience, which is very necessary in this field. Initially try to gain some internship experience, because big companies or the other companies may not be may require some kind of interview process where you say, okay, no, if I want to hire you as a security engineer, then you should have this particular experience in this field. But if you are looking for internship and co-ops, that will be easy for you, because I started my career as an intern. My first company, Digital, I was an intern, and within that 3-month internship, because that was a service-based company, I almost tested and learned around 50 plus applications in that 3 months. That's how I learned about application security. So always look for any internship. Any company is offering internship, initially don't look for money, that what they are paying. Just with your blind eyes go and join that company, learn that, and then maybe once you create your value, then you can ask for the values. So always seek for internship. Especially companies focusing on cybersecurity, always look for a service-based company. That's how you will, maybe because product-based companies, you will not get that much experience initially, because they have very limited testing period. But in a service-based company, you will get so many applications to test, because they have to test the application for their clients. Participate cooperative education programs, personal projects. You can use GitHub, you can use build your own lab environment, or use vulnerable labs. There are so plenty of vulnerable labs. Contribute to security communities, forums, competitions, take part of CTFs. You can, again, the bug bounty will be a best resource for you. Start bug bounty, or start creating your account in HackerOne or Bugcrowd. And then join cyber security clubs and all. So I just give you example what I was talking about. So this is the HackerOne platform. Someone can create your account, and this will be, once you log into that, you will get that whole thing, that where companies are listed, and companies are saying that, okay, this is the target. You need to start finding vulnerabilities in that. Similarly, Bugcrowd, where you can again create your account as a researcher, and then you can start reporting it. And once you do that, because this is a major community, so don't feel bad if you're not able to finding anything that happen. But the problem is what you're looking at. If you're targeting the big companies, targeting the big organizations, you will not get that much issues. Always try to figure out which is very less known company or less known what you say applications. You will get, because they don't have the proper security engineer maybe. So there you will get that much findings. The other one was always to be OWASP, right? So this is the OWASP.org. It's completely whatever you want to search about security. You have projects, OWASP top 10. This is JuShop is vulnerable application which you want to test it, play with it, do it. Then mobile application security, all those things. Web security testing guide. So there are plenty of things. All things are there. Someone can definitely start with these things. Coming back to that, I hope my screen was visible that time, right? When I was sharing the other things.
The screen is visible, Anubhav.
Okay, thanks. Okay, move on to the next part. Networking and mentorship, which is very necessary in this field, which I know because this helped me a lot in this. Because if you're not building a connection in security community, somewhere you will feel that lack of knowledge, and because you are not updating yourself. So try to join or follow professional association. Try to join OWASP. So when I say OWASP, it's not for learning also. Let's say you have an idea or you want to help that community, you can try as a member, join as a member. For similarly for Nalcon also, Nalcon is a very big community in security. So you can try to join their Nalcon as a volunteer, and then you say I will work for, because I'm for example, they will say you that we are preparing this blog or we are working on this whole GitHub community where we'll share about AWS security issues. So they will give you a small task. Okay, you will come up with the what part you want to do in that whole project. So that's how you will build the connection. There's an Information System Security Association, International Association of Computer Science and Information Technology. So the whole idea, what I wanted to say here is, you have to join some kind of professional associations there. So that you will keep updated. Or you subscribe for that, and then you will get emails, idea on those from those organizations. Then try to attend conferences where you will meet so many people from the similar mindset, security mindsets. Nullcon, besides Excel, Cocon, DefCon, there's so many. But you can not. These are the global one, but you can also plan for your local security meetups. Let's say if you are from Delhi or Bangalore, there are local security meetups happen. You should go in the Nullcon chapters. You should go on. There's a cloud security chapters. Again, the find a mentor is the most valuable part here, because if you have a mentor, not in this field anyway, in any field, if you have a mentor, it will easy your whole path. Okay, once you have a mentor who is suggesting you in the similar field, we say no, you are doing good, now you have to take a next step here, and all those things, it will help you basically how you can do it. So try to find a mentor, seek guidance from them. So it will help you. It will fast forward your whole process. Now, the most important part. Let's say you are good in all these things. What we discussed so far, you are very good. You are doing point by point. Everything is clear, but nobody knows about you. Okay, so for example, that's why I think someone asked that there is no known community, that is very less known area. It is not less known area. The problem is not everyone is sharing the information. Okay, so for example, if I know I am a very good hacker, or I am a very, let's say, good penetration tester, but what if I am not sharing that knowledge with others? So that first, I'm not building my presence. Second, nobody knows about it. What I found, what I reported, how I found, how all those things. So start once you learn those, and again, not blankly go and start reporting or start pasting about on the LinkedIn. Okay, I tested this random website, I found this. First gain that for expertise, and then you start building your online presence. So when I say online presence is the best way for a career advancement will be LinkedIn, Apna, all these platforms. You build your strong profile there, and then say, okay, I am good at this particular field. Keep your profile updated, connect with professionals, then write your own blogs. For example, you found one issue, you reported it, you got bug bounty, write about it and share it with others. So someone will learn, and your presence also will increase. Articles, there is a GitHub, GitLab. If you are good in coding, you are building projects, build some security tools, and then paste it, open source it. So people will use your tool to in their organization, their work. So that's how you can build your presence. Uh, yeah. So conclusion will be again the we'll talk. We already talked about the just a recap of it, what we talked in this whole session. We talked about importance and opportunities in cybersecurity. We talked about what key skills are needed. We talked about the practical experiences at networking, how you can do it, and then what is the call to action for you guys is start building skills, knowledge today. Just don't see there is too much to learn and so I will afraid to start learning itself. Always take a small part of it, learn it, then go to the next step. Stay curious, proactive, leverage resources and communities. Again, curious means you need to think about little bit on a different side of that. What I meant by this in starting was to just understand that how I can break the logics, how these things are actually working. Uh, Simple. So if you start asking these questions while just seeing this, okay, I am going here, I am paying this merchant, I am scanning this QR code. What is happening behind? What is actually working? How this QR code is able to redirect to the payment page, and I am doing the payment, my account is debited. All this process in backend, what is the process behind it? So once you ask this question, then you can go somewhere, or maybe your mentor or Google or Chat GPT, then you can ask this specific question. So that's how you start learning those things. So yeah, that's all from my side. I'll just I'll just paste this in chat. So feel free to reach out to me if anyone wants to. Uh, I will definitely be very happy to help if someone would really want to build this career.
Thanks, Anbo. Thanks for the wonderful, insightful session. And I hope that I mean, there's still 18 people, so definitely it was an engaging session. I also shared a feedback form for all the audience who are available at the moment. I request you to please check and take up the feedback, which will help us improve sessions on a regular basis. And of course, Anubhav has shared his LinkedIn and TopMate link. If you have any questions specific to any subject topic, please feel free to reach to him as well. Awesome. If there are no other questions, I think you can sign off.
Oh, I think there is one question.
Yeah.
Sir, many interviews and companies are asking for experience as a fresher. How we can? Yeah, so that's what I do. There is a requirements when company says that we need experienced people. That maybe most of the time it will be for a product based company. So that's why I target a service based company where, or specifically cybersecurity, where they can hire you as an intern, they can hire you as a fresher, and then you will start learning on that. If not, the second option will be you start bug bounty, you start exploring, you start again do the practical hacking or practical ethical hacking. And once you build your profile, so if let's say a product based company looking into some security engineer, and if you don't have any experience also, but your profile is so strong that you have so many bug bounty reported to big companies and all, so you will definitely, they will reach out to you. So it all depends, because this is the field where people look for the expertise, not for your degree and all. So if you have expertise, there is no one is stopping you.
Awesome. Great. Thank you so much, Anubhav. Thank you for your time, and thank you everybody else for attending the session. We'll see you tomorrow again for another session.
Thanks, Rohan. Thank you.
Bye.